Welcome to Nancy and Nicole, Real Life, Real Talk. Today we're going to do something a little unique and new, and we have no idea how this is going to fly. Welcome to us jumping in. We decided we are just going to randomly pick a couple of question cards out of a deck that Nicole has. We have not pre-picked them, and I told Nicole no censoring, but also like don't make them cards we're not going to answer because we do have some personal boundaries. But we're just gonna do a little riffing and shoot the shit about interesting things that come up and see how that goes. And you can let us know if you like this style of podcast or not. We're kind of excited about it though.
Well, let's see where the day takes us.
All righty. What's our first question, my dear?
The first question is, what is your most embarrassing moment in real estate?
Oh, in real estate.
Or it could be anything. I have real estate ones that I'll share, but it just says, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Ooh, nothing comes to mind right away. So if you've got one, I think you should
Yeah,
tell
I
it,
have two.
and then I'll think about it.
So my first one is, I've been doing this for 30 years. So I had my license in my early 20s. And I remember showing a house to a couple, and we're walking through the house, and we get to the primary bedroom, and the whole ceiling is a mirror. And I walk in and I'm in my early 20s and I don't, I don't fully have my swagger yet. And I was like, uh, and I just backed out of the room. I'm just going to act like that is not, I don't know where to go with this. So awkward. My clients are like, I think we need a different house. I'm like, I think so. Now I would have made some kind of funny comment or something, but I was like, what? This was long before people did any kind of prep work whatsoever, because I would like to think that today the listing agent might say, perhaps we should take that down prior to,
No.
on the market. So that's my first one. And then my second one was, again, it was when I was early in my career. I'm like with these new clients and I'm trying to impress them and act super professional. And we're looking at condos and I go to take the key out of the key box and the whole thing, like the bottom of the key box and everything, like goes down the side of this ravine. Like it falls out of my hand and I'm just watching. I'm like, oh shoot, like I can't play this thing off, right? I'm like, but whatever. I still have the key so I can get into the condo. So we go look at the condo and then I think they were in my car. It's been a really long time since this happened. They were in my car. So I'm like, I keep the key because there's no bottom of the key box anymore. It's down this ravine. And I take them back to their car. We're like, okay, nice to meet you. It was like our first time out. Like, nice to meet you. I'd love to help you, blah, 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 all the things. They leave and I go back and I'm in like white pants and heels, like scaling down this dirt hillside to get the bottom of the key box, which I do find. And then I put it all back and nobody was ever the wiser. But I'm like, oh my God, the things we do in real estate, like if anybody saw the actual, not even a little bit glamorous side of what we do at mirrored ceiling and having to scale hillsides in heels, trying to put a key box back together so I don't have to own up to the fact that, oops, sorry, lost it.
Okay, I do have a pretty good embarrassing moment. And it was again early in my career. So before people were almost always moving out of houses and it was owner occupied. And it was a big house actually on the east side. And so I had scheduled an appointment, not on showing time because you didn't do it back then. So I was calling the listing broker. Yep, it's fine to go see it. And again, it's owner occupied. So I'm always like ringing the doorbell before I go in, knocking on the door. Hello, realtor, like walking into the house. Like I want to make sure if anybody's home, they know we're there. But it was a big house and there was sort of this whole second wing where the primary was, perhaps not in earshot of me saying, hello, realtor, as I'm coming in the door. And my clients and I come around this corner at the same time this guy comes out of a very steamy bathrobe with a towel around his waist. He
Oh,
had
hi.
no idea that anybody was coming. Thank you very much, listing broker. And obviously did not hear me when we came in. And I'm
Oops.
grateful he wasn't so startled that he dropped his towel because that would have been embarrassing. And then the second one would be there was another time years later, again, touring homes that are owner occupied. These are all very good arguments for not having people live in their house
Living in your
when
house.
they're on the market, walking into, again, a primary bedroom, and there were so many sex toys on every surface of everything in that room. I was like, "What? Okay." And my clients were like, "Again, I think we're done. We're gonna keep going." It does
There's
not help you sell your house, either of
no
those.
amount of cleaning makes you feel better about that. It's somebody else's stuff.
So many reasons why that should probably
Oh,
not be what the room looks like when
no. But think
people are.
about it, because that was, like, before showing time, before cell phones, all the things, right?
Yeah,
You used to just call the home phone and leave a voicemail and hope people checked it,
yeah,
and that if the person checked it, yeah, told other people, so,
yeah.
yeah,
And when
that's
people
over.
go, "Well, why what's the big deal? Why are people reluctant to go tour when it's owner occupied?" Well, because there's a as a realtor, you can control so little of the experience of
Right.
how somebody's gonna feel about the house when you walk in, because you don't know what you're
You
walking
don't know.
into.
You
Yeah,
really don't. It's
I love it. I'm sure I have other non-professional moments of being embarrassed. I also don't think I get embarrassed a lot very
I don't
easily.
no, it's more just funny stuff happens, right? Like, I don't really
Yeah,
get a
and I'm not sure if it's because I don't do things that would embarrass me, like I'm controlled, perhaps, in how
sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
I think that actually has a lot to do with it. Or I just, like, stuff doesn't rattle me.
Yeah. I think the funnier the better, right?
Yeah, totally. All right, what else you got for us?
Right,
How's
I'm
beautiful.
shuffling as we're chatting.
Okay.
Next card. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's upside down. We're only allowed one type of cocktail for the rest of your life. What would you choose? Yeah,
Okay.
moving on.
As a not really a big drinker, like, okay, whatever.
Okay. I know it's not on this card, but we were talking about it before we started recording. If you won the lottery, the whole, like, that phrase, what is the phrase? Like, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell you, but there would be signs. Like, what would your what would your signs be?
You would not see me at the office as much. You would see my name, although I'd probably do it as anonymous. There'd be a lot more GoFundMe donations. I'm pretty sure my niece and her family would be in a bigger house, and my nephew and his wife, who just had a baby, would be in a house.
Mm.
Kind of, again, sort of assuming how big of a lottery.
Let's say you won $100 million. Like, you could do whatever you want.
Okay, I'd give them down payments. I'm not going to give them a whole house because 100 million doesn't go that far.
That you said.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to. I mean, yeah, I'd probably give my house. That's a really great question. I
Yeah.
think I'd drive the same car. There is a home for sale on the market right now on Decatur Island that I did not go visit, but I have looked at the online photos of it
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. It's
countless
amazing.
times. It's listed at
Yep.
1.6 million. Actually, I
Well, you could
saved
totally buy
150.
that with 100 million.
Oh yeah, I would totally buy that. My hesitation is I don't really want to own a second house, because I think that they're a pain in the ass, and Decatur Island's not exactly easy to get to, but I would want something. Actually, with 100 million, maybe I would just go build something like that someplace closer.
I like it.
But I don't I have seen so many memes and posts and stuff lately about, if kind of riffing on the billionaire class of people who were like, "Oh my god, wouldn't you just, like, wanna, like, cure cancer or, you know, cure homelessness in your community or what?" Like, those are the things that would get me super excited. You would see me much more involved in those kinds of ways, and a little bit more travel, for sure.
Nice.
And you?
Quit tomorrow. I would retire tomorrow.
Yeah.
We were talking about that before. I love real estate. I adore my clients. Am grateful every single day for the business that I have built and the people that I get to work with. I am truly blessed in a million different ways. But yeah, 100 million, I am out of here, from a work standpoint. I would buy a car because I love cars. I'd buy a big old fancy expensive one and
Do
love
you know
it.
Okay, but what kind? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, of course. I'm torn between either a Bentley or an Aston Martin.
Shit, like,
Both are
really
good.
nice cars.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going all in.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, I gotta go drive them to decide, one's a little sportier, one's a little bigger. Maybe I'll buy both. We'll see.
I love it.
Uh, I know. So I would do that. Would, mm, probably buy a house for the boys, get them started on things. I would go on a trip, I'm sure there'd be
Would
another house.
you say living in the house you're in?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been to my house. It's nice, but it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
know.
I have 100 million. Kind of nice. So, but I wouldn't do anything right away because I don't know. Like maybe we'd stay in the area. Maybe we'd do something different. Maybe we want a second home somewhere. I don't know. There would be another house at some point, but it's not like I win and next Friday I'm under contract on something new.
Yeah.
I'd pack up and go on a vacation for a couple months, let the dust settle, just be for a little bit. I like the idea. One of my favorite things actually about listings is I get to work with so many people. That's actually part of what makes my heart happy, right? Like I have my stager, my cleaner, and my landscaper, and all of the part of what
Your
makes me
team.
happy. Yeah, my team, I get to feel supported. I love that feeling. But I know that when I list a property, all of these people make money and it supports their businesses and their lives. So I would want like, it sounds bougie, but I would probably want like a personal assistant or a house manager or something like that, which would be fun for me. And also just keeps that whole like I can help and support other people as well. And anyway, so yeah, my signs are if I start driving a Bentley, I won the
I
lottery.
love You know what is really funny? This is quintessential you and me as friends, and I
Totally.
love this because I used to joke back earlier in my life when I and I'm not saying this is not still gonna happen in my life, but sort of when I anticipated that there would be revenue, that would be significantly bigger than what my life currently reflects, that I would write an autobiography and it would be called The Unassuming Gazillionaire, because I love the idea of being that person who's, like, quietly donating, like, writing a huge ass check all over the place anonymously and no one has any idea, and that when I died, people would just go, "Shit, are you kidding me? I had no idea." Like, go back, still be I mean, I drive a nicer car now as a realtor than I certainly ever did before real estate, and I not to say I don't like a nice car, but man, I loved having an old beater Volvo. So,
Yeah.
I would I might give up the car that even I have, and it doesn't make sense to buy a 1980 Volvo wagon 940 because there aren't any parts for it anymore. But that sort of fly low under the radar,
Uh,
but really be able to have like massive impact. That tickles me. And I would
Good.
go snorkeling way more in my life. I would be in warm water a couple times a year.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I know. Let's go buy the Powerball.
Do it.
I
I
know.
like it.
They say people who win those things like blow it and have a horrible life. And I'm like, can I can I break the rules on that?
I think I could buck those odds.
I think so too. I think we both could actually in very
Yeah.
such completely different ways. Now, having just sold my convertible last week, there might be a convertible back in my life. That would be like the big splurge.
Yeah. And if I do go down in flames, I'm going to have so much fun doing it.
I know.
I think I can
No,
make it last.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I can make 100 million last.
and just to be clear, like I love the fact that it would look different for both of us, and that's kind of what makes our friendship so interesting to me and spicy to me because I feel like there is a part of me that does live a little vicariously through you.
Yeah. You can come for a ride in my Bentley.
Okay.
We'll go to it.
But okay, so here's an interesting question. So some people know, some other people probably have no idea. I have season tickets to the Storm. Love that we're going to a
Great
game
ticket.
here pretty soon. I have great
Mhm.
tickets because I don't not have front row courtside seats.
Mhm.
Those seats are significantly more expensive than my already, I would say, expensive tickets.
Super nice tickets.
I have often asked myself, if I had that kind of money, whatever that means, would I spend it on courtside seats? Because the thrill of sitting courtside just seems like it would be
Okay.
so fun. And I don't think I would,
Okay.
which is a
Why
fun,
not?
like, but if I had 100 million, maybe, I don't know. I would probably, I'd have to probably go back in therapy, but I can afford therapy.
Could go every day if you want.
Okay, next question.
I think we should go buy tickets and win and let's
Okay,
see how it all.
my God.
Next
We'd hire
question.
somebody else to do the editing of these damn podcasts if we want that kind of money.
See, I like to make an impact by having a bigger team. I want to employ more people
There you go. I like that.
and buy more art as I'm looking at the art behind me. I
Mm.
love painting. What's your favorite holiday and why?
I was just having a conversation the other day about all the holidays I hate.
Like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's my favorite.
Say more. What is
It's
it?
the start of the season, so everybody still has energy. They actually still like being around of each other. And Thanksgiving, at least in our house, comes with the freedom to make it look however you want.
Mm,
It feels like there's less stigma requirements around it. Like sometimes we make a traditional turkey and mashed potatoes, and we're here. We've been in Hawaii and barbecued steaks before. So it's everybody, it's just about being together. The gift of the holiday is that we were together.
mhm.
We had to, Christmas stresses me out, right? There's this whole lead up, you spend all this money. Maybe you get something people want, maybe you don't. And there's all of these, like, it has to look a certain way, or it feels more that way to me than Thanksgiving is let's just be thankful. Let's have gratitude and let's get together. Sometimes it's just the four of us. Sometimes we have 30 people that is
Yeah.
extended family or friends and people. I always feel like I'm more present, but I feel like everybody that's
Mm,
there, it's like the holiday that you want to be at, whereas some of the others are the holidays you have to be at.
I love it.
Right.
I would probably say the same thing for me about Thanksgiving, although I love Christmas Day.
Do you?
I really do. And we have talked about this in our podcast about the holidays from last
Yeah.
December. It was one of our most watched episodes. So if you didn't see it, you might want to go back and listen. Or if you didn't hear it, you want to go back and listen to that one. It was a goodie.
Mhm.
Mostly because, to the best of my knowledge, my mom may have had some secrets about it all, but she loved Christmas. She was such a kid.
Mm.
And I love how much I feel connected to her at Christmas. I don't tend to feel a lot of the pressure and hoopla. Part of it, I don't, if I am invited to one holiday party a year, and it's probably my office party, like that's like, I don't live in a world where there's a ton of social obligation about it. So
Mhm.
that part feels easy. Although, if you do a holiday party, feel free to invite me. I like going to parties. As long as I don't have to wear a dress, I'm good just about anywhere. So there isn't that piece, and I don't tend to get really riled up about the gift giving stuff. I kind of hate how materialistic everything has gotten. So I don't usually go shopping actually. Like I don't go to the mall. We don't do
Mhm.
a lot of gift giving stuff, maybe. I love stockings. I love
Fun.
decorating the tree. I love the music, but really it's the connection to mom. But mom also loved Thanksgiving. The smell of a turkey roasting in the oven is like one of my favorite smells in the world. And it totally reminds me of my mom.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I love that. It's
That's
kind of
good
fun.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do the flip side. What holidays do you like the least?
Ooh. Christmas. Or the pressure around it. I don't, I like it more now that we do our experiences versus stuff because there's
Yeah.
usually a trip around it. We're usually home on Christmas, but so that is good. All the little stuff like Valentine's Day and the this and the that. And most of that we don't even celebrate in our house. New Year's Eve, all the things that like marketing is made into these supposed to be epic moments, and no matter what you do it is most likely not going to look like whatever that commercial is you just saw on television. Those we
Yeah.
just tend to like gloss on over, like they never, and fortunately Gary and I are kind of the same on that,
Yeah.
so the
That
fact that we're
helps.
matched is perfect because then it's not like one is waiting around for this epic Valentine's Day and the other one's going, I got nothing. So I would say all the manufactured holidays of, like you're supposed to have it be this most amazing, like New Year's Eve is supposed to be the most amazing night of the year. I'm usually in bed by 9:30. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that. How about you?
There was a period of time where we did a big New Year's Eve bash, like from the
Mhm,
time Molly was pretty little up until COVID.
mhm,
And by big bash, I don't know, we'd have 40 people throughout the night and tons of food. People would come for like the 9 o'clock countdown
mhm.
and then midnight. And it was really fun. I loved it. And then COVID happened. Obviously that didn't keep going. A couple years later, I realized I actually kind of like a smaller gathering where we can have meaningful conversation.
Mhm.
or stay home and be in bed by 9:30. So what I hate about New Year's Eve though is all the fireworks. I mean, if you are a dog owner, I think there's a filter with which holidays put you on the I love it or hate it. 4th of July and New Year's Eve with the fireworks. And in my neighborhood, people blow shit up for like a week. And they'll blow it
Interesting.
up at 10 o'clock at night. They'll blow shit up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And my dogs go batshit crazy.
Interesting. Ours
Yeah.
don't seem to be bothered by it.
Ugh.
Wrigley doesn't care. Dinger kind of pops her head up like,
Ugh.
she noticed Wrigley's okay with it. And then she's like, well, if Wrigley's okay, I'm okay. I think
Banjo
left
shakes
to her
like
own
a leaf.
devices.
Yuki's
Oh, that's
biggest thing
hard.
is she barks, and
Oh, yeah.
you've heard her bark, like,
Big.
it wakes the dead. So that's
Yeah.
not very fun.
No.
Not so much a holiday, but I have complete love-hate feelings about it, is Seafair weekend in Seattle because I
Oh,
live in the south end of Seattle, which is very close to where the hydroplane races are, which is fine. I can barely hear them. But I like to joke with people that I feel like I could tell you the eye color of the Blue Angel pilots.
yeah.
If they just had no sound, I would probably be okay. But again, one year, right after we'd gotten chickens, our chickens, it was probably the first year we had chickens, they stopped laying eggs for like a week after the Blue Angels.
Oh, interesting.
Trauma.
They are loud.
Yeah. And all those other holidays that you were talking about, Leah and I are just not particularly sentimental about stuff
Yeah.
at all.
As long as they're the same, I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm not sure that was true actually 30 years ago when we met that we were on the same page, but we are definitely there now. Oh my God, this has been kind of fun. I have learned things
I
about
know.
you. People, let us know if there are any questions you want us to ask. You can also just find us at our DMs or social medias or all the other places that you
I
can.
know. I want to know
We're pretty
if you're
findable.
I know if you're listening, if you won the lottery, what's your tell? What would your
Yes.
sign be?
Oh my
How would
God.
we know? You know what? On that note, back to our first question. It's not embarrassing, but just a funny question because I'm a swimmer. So I swim in the mornings and I meet these clients and husband and wife. And the husband, I'm like, it's kind of familiar. Anyway, we have our meeting, new buyer meeting. The next day I'm in the pool, right? It's in the morning. You're in your swimsuit. You got the swim cap on, the goggles. My client hops in the lane right next to me. I'm like, dude, he's like, off we go on our swim. Anyway,
That's funny.
not embarrassing, but just kind of a funny, like, well,
I love
usually I
that.
have more clothes on when I run into people, but it all worked out.
Thank you. See you on the flip side.